Pam Bondi's strategy leaves Judge John Roberts defenseless. A heartfelt, inspiring short story. The courtroom had never felt this silent before. Not in all the years Judge John Roberts had presided. Even the whisper of the ceiling fan seemed to hesitate, uncertain of its place in the heavy air. Across the room, the press was poised, eyes fixed, pens ready. But it wasn't the weight of the case that quieted them, it was her. Pam Bondi stood alone, not with fire or fury, but with something more unsettling, calm clarity. 3 weeks earlier, it had all felt like politics as usual. A high-stakes constitutional case on social equity laws, spun in legal jargon and buried beneath political agendas. Pam, now in private practice after years in public office, had taken the case pro bono. People assumed it was just another power move. She let them. Only a few knew the truth. The case involved a little girl named Avery. Pam had met Avery 2 months ago in a Tampa hospital room. The girl, only 10, was bright-eyed despite the tubes and monitors surrounding her. Diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disorder, Avery's treatment was denied under a technical clause in a newly amended insurance regulation. Her mother, a single nurse working double shifts, had no means to fight it, until a social worker sent the file to Pam. Pam didn't hesitate. She'd spent her career fighting for justice, but something about Avery's drawings on the hospital walls, stick figures holding hands, sunshine peeking behind dark clouds, got under her skin. She took the case, not because of legal strategy, but because of something else, because someone had to. Now, back in that hushed courtroom, Pam looked across at Judge Roberts. He had once been her mentor, years ago, when she was still idealistic and new. He was fair, wise, and principled. But even he had blind spots. His recent interpretation of the amendment had, perhaps unknowingly, created a loophole that allowed for coverage discrimination based on medical probability. Not intent, not certainty. Just possibility. Avery's case had become the tip of a much larger spear. Pam could have torn into the system with outrage. Instead, she began her argument the same way she began every case, with a story. "Your Honor," she said softly, stepping forward, "before we debate Clause 7, Paragraph 4, I'd like to introduce you to someone." She held up a drawing. Not a chart, not a legal brief, a simple crayon picture. "This is Avery's world," she said, her voice steady. "The girl in the pink dress is her. The nurse in green is her mom. And the figure in black robes? That's you, Judge Roberts." There were murmurs, shifting chairs, discomfort. But Pam continued. She drew this after she watched last week's hearing on the hospital television. She doesn't know about legal frameworks or policy ramifications. But she knows people care, or don't. She believes they do. Judge Roberts furrowed his brow, his hands clasped. Pam had worked for months on Constituti.